We haven't seen crowds on racetracks. This is phenomenal. The crowd that has come in. I can hear chants going behind us and everything. It has been a spectacular day for Kalgoorlie Cup, and what a field that's assembled.
Oh, definitely so. Good afternoon to you, Brittany, and everyone tuned in to Sky Thoroughbred Central. Look at the crowd behind us. Absolutely pumping times up here on the Goldfields, and in unnegative or uncertain times with COVID, the experience and the celebrations that they've had, it has to be commendable.
And one lucky set of connections will be celebrating hard into the night, that I am certain. Let's have a look at who are doing battle for this year's 2020 Kalgoorlie Cup. And we begin with one. Come Play With Me. On this day last year was the winner of the Group 1 Metropolitan. Today finds himself in the listed Kalgoorlie Cup, carrying 62 kilos. It's no easy feat. Adam Durant and Mitch Pateman.
Oh, he's a classy conveyance. Come Play With Me. He won the Metrop Group 1 in Sydney earlier in the year. Second up, hasn't had the ideal Kalgoorlie Cup campaign, but something may have went wrong after the Kalgoorlie Cup, but he'll definitely appreciate the 2200 metres. Come Play With Me, and he looks okay in the yard, Brittany.
The two, It's a Him. We know this is his swan song. Trainer Rob Gilberti alongside me, and Rob, It's a Him. We know that the racing gods will have to be very, very good to us. Can a fairy tale finish round out It's a Him's career?
He'll run a cheeky race. Really happy with the way he's come on since the Boulder Cup. So depending on how the track plays and the race, I think the race they'll go a bit harder today. So if everything falls into place, he'll be right in it.
Is that going to suit him? The fact that it is going to be a hard run and the toughness of him at the end?
Possibly. He is a questionable 2200 metre horse. You know, looking at his form from Fred Kersley's, obviously 1800 to 2000s when he's run his best races, but they normally don't go as hard as what they probably will today. So hopefully that all works out and Peter's in the right place at the right time.
Well, we look forward to seeing him go round one more time. Well done.
Thanks very much, Brittany.
A wonderful career he has had with It's a Him. Missile Launch is the next one for Vaughan Sigley and Paddy Carberry.
Yeah, he's a massive horse, Missile Launch, and his lead-up runs, admittedly, he's improved at every run here. Over the ground, we know he continues to build, and he shouldn't be far away. Number 3, Missile Launch.
Friar Fox is the 4. This is the horse that won the Boulder Cup, looking for the Boulder Kalgoorlie Cup double for Justine Erklands and Sean O'Donnell.
Yeah, perfect lead up after bombing the start in the Kalgoorlie Cup. Some may have thought she might have went into season on that hot, steamy day, but then a brilliant win in the Boulder Cup was coming away from them in the run to the line. Cool, dry weather today. She gets all the conditions to suit, I thought, with a genuine run affair to be anticipated in this edition of the Kalgoorlie Cup. I think she's going to be very hard to beat once again. Number 4, Friar Fox.
We look at the 5, Boys Get Around Him. Danny Morton has taken the winkers off. This is another 10-year-old son of Written Tycoon. Chris Nickel rides.
Yeah, barrier number 1 down on the minimum, getting up in age, Brittany, and getting beyond him, and I thought this would be too strong.
Divine Shadow, the 6. This horse has been going super. It was a massive run in the Kalgoorlie Cup from near last to finish 3rd. In the Boulder Cup, finishes 2nd. If that pattern continues, we'd be thinking Divine Shadow could be winning today. Brett Pope and Troy Turner.
Yeah, those runs both in the Kalgoorlie and Boulder Cups, Brittany, were solid and suggest this could be his race. He gets a 2 kilo weight differential on Friar Fox for her beating him home just by on 1.2 lengths. So everything has been set in concrete for Divine Shadow a long way out, and for Brett Pope and Troy Turner in this year's Cup.
Gangbuster is the 7. Luke Fernie and Kiri Yule.
Yeah, not quite up to his form compared to last year in the Cups. He took out last year's Boulder Cup and probably not going as good as he was, but needs to lift here.
Gloryland, the 8. We go from one pace runner to another. Gloryland, what an enormous effort this was on the dirt in the Carnarvon Cup. Dropped 7 kilos today for Sean and Jake Casey and Simone Altieri.
Yeah, definitely so. Comes from Carnarvon on the dirt tracks. He could potentially lead this field up like we saw back in 2018, where Simone Altieri rode this horse Glory Land. He was just beaten on the line, and didn't she really up the tempo going down the back straight and really had them running and marching. We might see a repeat dose here this afternoon with Glory Land. He's definitely one that will go forwards.
The 9 are scratching. The 10, Major Mambo, more pace here. Trevor Tasker and Chris Graham.
Ran the race of his life in the Boulder Cup. That was at 100-1 Major Mambo for Trevor Tasker. He's had a stellar season in the training ranks locally, and this was a massive run from the local. He just needs to reproduce that to go one better here today, and another the one that makes the speed.
Noirdaroo is the 11. The track stats read really nicely. Has had 5 goes at the Kalgoorlie track, 4 wins in a second. Comes off 7 days here. We know Justin Warwick does that to great effect. Lucy rides.
Yeah, I think the camp might have had this race set a long way out. The Kalgoorlie Cup, he obviously has good track statistics, being up here in the Cups last year as well. He's another one that can roll forward. There's a lot of speed, genuine pace in this race. The blinkers going on, I think that's a big key, and I think that's an alert from the camp that they mean business today. Number 11, Noirdaroo, yes.
And the final runner is Superior Smile for Dan and Ben Pearce. Now, this horse is a big price. Is it $23 now? Joey Azzopardi rides.
He went back in the Boulder Cup and wasn't suited at all. They went slow early on a windy day. Expect him to be more positively ridden today. He'll go forward, and I think at his best, he can definitely bounce back. Superior Smile at the odds.
Okay, so it's a nice price there. Divine Shadow, $3.50 favourite. How have you ordered the 4, Chrishane?
4, 6, 11 and 12. 4, 6, 11 and 12 in this year's Iron Jack Kalgoorlie Cup, Brittany. Race 8 out of Kalgoorlie. It's all about quality. You look at the top player, winner of the Metrop in Sydney, Come Play With Me, and there's a lot of class and a lot of speed. So a genuine cup it should be this year. But I just thought Fryer Fox had the foundation to be right there again. Fryer Fox from Divine Shadow, and the best of the rest, Noirdaroo, Superior Smile.
All right, we'll hand you upstairs to Darren McCauley for his call of the 2020 Iron Jack Kalgoorlie Cup.
Kira Yule in the saddle. And now this year's Boulder Cup winner, the mare Fryer Fox, heads along. She goes up there. Last year's Metrop winner, saluted at Royal Randwick on this day 12 months ago. The Group 1 winner went over with Chris Waller. Back to his original stable with Adam Durant, of course, subsequently. Come Play With Me, taken in by Mitchell Pateman. Going up Major Mambo and Missile Launch, which heads in there. Here comes the favourite, Divine Shadow. And so Noirdaroo to join them, Superior Smile, Glory Land, and It's a Him, who will bow out of racing this afternoon. The multiple Group 1 winner, the dual Darwin Cup winner. The 10-year-old being walked around there with Peter Hall, his old mate, in the saddle. As the blue lights continue to flash there on top of the gates. The starter moving around to the stand. Neville Sly, the field is almost set to go. $3.50 for Divine Shadow will run the favourite here in the 2020 Cup. There are the red lights. They're set. All in. Ready. Racing in the Cup. Noirdaroo, the first of them out of the line over Gangbuster. Gathering pace, Glory Land. Superior Smiles going up with Major Mambo as well through the first 200 metres. And pushing up inside of those, Gangbuster. Altieri wants to lead with Glory Land and is about to cross Noirdaroo. Major Mambo pulling its way forward underneath of Superior Smile when they leave the straight. Boys get around him, down on the inside next when they settle properly, followed by Gangbuster. Divine Shadow, Come Play With Me back there in the field. Fryer Fox got trapped 3 wide in the run up the side. Then came old It's a Him, and back last of all is Missile Launch, and Altieri's trying to walk them in the Cup. Glory Land threw out the anchor. He's got the neck arch. They're not running hard at all. They're jog trotting. Glory Land locked down in front in the Cup, leads the way from Superior Smile and Noirdaroo third. Running fourth over on the outside is Major Mambo, who didn't test Gloryland. Boys get around him, down on the inside, working around them. Friar Fox, he's getting no luck, but they're not going overly hard at the 1200 mark. They're being followed further back by Gangbuster. Peeling off from last is Missile Launch with 1100 left to go. Over on the outside next is Come Play With Me. Something's gone amiss with Boys Get Around Him being eased out of the race. They're being followed on the fence by Divine Shadow, and It's a Him is back next to last as they work along past the 800. They come out to the side of the course in the Cup, and Gloryland has had it all its own way. Gloryland led easily by a length over Superior Smile and Nawadaroo. No change at all to the order. Then Friar Fox around them, which has scouted 3 deep for the entire race. They're followed by Major Mambo. Carberry bides his time with Missile Launch. Divine Shadows being worked on by Turner. Come Play With Me still well back with Gangbuster, and Hall's riding for luck on old It's a Him in a bunching field. Gloryland led them. Gloryland at the top of the straight. Superior Smile coming after it. A length and a half. Nawadaroo. Divine Shadow gets into the open. Friar Fox is battling. Gloryland's the leader. There's no run for Nawadaroo. Down the outside, Missile Launch is now starting to put the big ones in. Carberry goes to work. Missile Launch hits the lead with 100 to go. Pulls away from Divine Shadow. Gloryland, they'll hit the line. Missile Launch. Missile Launch has landed in the Cup. Missile Launch has won from Divine Shadow. Queuing up for third, Friar Fox, Nawadaroo, Gloryland. It's a Him came late, so did Gangbuster. Followed further back by Major Mambo, Superior Smile, and Come Play With Me is the last of them to pull up. Boys Get Around Him has gone amiss in the middle part of the Cup and was eased down. Number 3, Missile Launch, ridden by Patrick Carberry, has won the Iron Jack Kalgoorlie Gold Cup. Missile Launch, this hulk of a horse by Smart Missile, has cut them down to win from 6 Divine Shadow, and Friar Fox has run third. 4th placing to 1. In fact, Come Play With Me. In fact, that can't be right. We'll check 4th. We'll check 4th up on the screen, which is showing 1. It should be 2. In fact, It's a Him. So it's 3, 6, 4 and 2, those placings. 3, 6, 4, 2. Missile Launch has won the Cup. A dawdlingly run Cup. No speed at all. Gloryland led and absolutely dominated at the front of the field. 2:17.55, and they made it a big sprint home. Missile Launch, who put in a slashing run in the Perth Cup earlier this year, has cut them down. The big Monster Bay getting the better of Divine Shadow, and a wall of horses back there for third in a super finish. And Missile Launch for trainer Vaughan Sigley, who ignited the career of the great Blackheart Bart. He's back in the winner's circle today in the historic listed Kalgoorlie Gold Cup. Missile Launch, raced by Vaughan Sigley, Ron Sayers, a great Goldfields identity. Ms. J. Harrison, K. Lonan, Ms. K. Turner, M.D. Lonan, D. Turner, S. Mays, G. Mays, M. Simpson, and P. Bloxage and Mrs. T. Mays. And Pat Carberry has won another Kalgoorlie Gold Cup. Second home, number 6, Divine Shadow. Placings in the Coolgardie Boulder, now the Cal Cup. By Blackfriars out of Idyllic Dole, Brett Pope, Troy Turner. Number 4, Friar Fox, third in by Blackfriars from Pearlesque. Sean O'Donnell for the Justine Erkeland stable. And they're still sorting out 4th as to whether or not it is a dead heat or not at this moment. I don't think it is. I think it's still number 2, It's a Him, who retires today from racing. And on that note, Peter Hall comes back on old It's a Him, the great. Good on you, Hawley. Well done, It's a Him, who retires today. A multiple Group 1 winner, a dual winner of the Darwin Cup, and at 10 years of age, he retires from racing, a hero to many. The hero for the day, though, is Missile Launch in the Cal Cup. So's Vaughan Sigley. Here's Brittany Taylor. She's about to join us downstairs with the winning connections after taking out the Cup this year. Vaughan Sigley and Missile Launch.
It's emotional scenes down here, and I'm not sure if it's the connections of missile launch making the noise or the crowd giving great respect to It's a Him, as Peter Hall gave him one last look at the track when bringing him in. Vaughan Sigley and the connections all in wonderful missile launch coloured blazers. Vaughan, how good was that?
Yeah, it was great. Great, Britt. Yep, really good to see. He's our third time up here, and we had him right today.
Did you think today was going to be the day coming into the race?
Yeah, we thought so. I thought leading up to the other two runs, I was probably just a run or two just behind, so I've really stuck the work into him a little bit at the same time. But travel-wise, all that type of thing, we learnt a little bit with him travelling first time, but today everything was just smooth. He was travelling in the run. Paddy just knows him, give him a great ride.
He's a colossus of a horse. He's huge. Does he require a lot of work?
Oh, look, last time when he ran second in the Perth Cup, that was his 13th run, you know, so this is a lot different prep. So we just thought we were going to send him over to Melbourne, but with the COVID and everything like that, that just knackered that one out. So thought, well, we'll just have a look at Cal. So here we are.
What were your thoughts during the run? Because I think we all anticipated that they would go along a little bit faster.
Yeah, look, they did. They put a bit of pace on, and they sort of like slammed him on. But you know, he went back to last, and then he just cruised up around, and we were following Firefox, and he was sitting nice. I was wrapped. I could see that from the 1,000. I was pretty happy.
Congratulations to you, a Kalgoorlie Cup for Miss Olo.
Thanks you.
Vaughan Sigley, Paddy Carberry is just here. We'll get a word from Paddy as he congratulates Vaughan. A wonderful partnership. That blazer looks so good next to those colours. Paddy, congratulations to you. Talk us through the run, because the tempo probably wasn't as fast as what we were expecting.
Yeah, I think we were all expecting quite the opposite, but well, the first probably furlong and a bit, I couldn't keep up. You know, I was sort of tapping up, getting to the winning post. Yeah! He owed me that one. I was tapping up to sort of get into the winning post, and then they all of a sudden really backed off, and I just didn't want to be pulling him around too much. He's a big horse, and he needs to be in a rhythm, and I was happy to be following Sean. He's a good rider, and he was obviously on one of the chances, and my horse just was in a lot nicer rhythm where I put him. I've ridden him a lot. I think I've won 8 or 9 on him or something now, but I know what he likes and what he doesn't like, and if he's in a rhythm and he's breathing well, he always travels into the race better, and he lets down really good. And today he actually surprised me how well he let down. He was 3 wide with cover, but it was in the right spot because everyone else was inside me was pulling, and you know, their horses didn't seem that comfortable, but he was just happy and flowing. And when I give him a dig and balanced him up, he really let down really good. He wanted to lay in a bit because he got to the front and he clocked off a little, which he can do. But I just really pleased for Vaughan and his partner Emily. And I haven't ridden him work for a long time, and you know, they do all the work on him. But his prelim was just beautiful, and Vaughan had obviously trained him to peak on today, knowing that this was his best distance. He prelim beautiful. He just gave me such a nice feel and relaxed and happy, and just showed when he let down he was on song today.
Done a wonderful job, because I know he's had his issues over the years. What about this crowd today? The Kalgoorlie round is obviously such an iconic period of time, but in a year where we haven't seen crowds on a racetrack, how good is it to come back to so many screaming fans?
Yeah, it's really good. Obviously the ones that were screaming were the most of the owners. You can tell them with their jackets on, but I mean, Kalgoorlie's been good to me. I rode my first winner here 1991 and for Neville, and yeah, I've won the Hannons, I've won the Kalgoorlie Cup 20 years ago on my favourite horse, Latilla Bay, won the Boulder Cup, and it's just an iconic place, and it's got such a good vibe about it, even though not everyone can be here with the restrictions. But credit to the club, and the track is just in the best order I've ever seen it. It's not too firm, it gives every horse a chance, and yeah, credit to the club and you know, the guys behind the barriers and all that, they're all part of all of this, and that's why we're here today.
Congratulations to you, Paddy. Another Kalgoorlie Cup. Well done.
Thanks, appreciate it, Britt.
The Iron Jack Kalgoorlie Cup goes to Missile Launch, Vaughan Sigley and Paddy Carberry combining for the victory. 3, 6, 4 and 2. It's a Him at 10 years old, bows out of his racing career at start number 64, and was a very gallant run, finishing 4th. 3, 6, 4 and 2 out of the Kalgoorlie Cup.
Yeah, it was, mate. Correct weight. Weight has now been notified following the Iron Jack Kalgoorlie Gold Cup. The cup's on display at the presentation area. A memorable day for the owners of Missile Launch, trainer Vaughan Sigley. You can't miss the owners. They've got the Missile Launch jackets on here today, tailor-made for the occasion, and they're dressed to celebrate. We're about to go to Crashane Warren to introduce the official presentation of the Gold Cups to these delighted owners of Missile Launch, who adds his name to the roll call of the greats of Goldfields racing.
Yeah, come. Test. Yeah. Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We've just witnessed the running of the $120,000 listed race, Iron Jack Kalgoorlie Cup, taken out by Missile Launch, and that he did. He launched down the centre of the track to take out this year's cup in brilliant fashion, and a brilliant lead-up, being very good runs in both the Kalgoorlie and Boulder Cups. Trained by Vaughan Sigley down at Hopeland and ridden by Patrick Carberry. They've had a brilliant association over the years. To introduce proceedings, we make welcome the chairman of the Kalgoorlie Boulder Racing Club, Mr. John Ralph.
Thank you, Crashane. Thank you, everybody. Welcome again to the Iron Jack Kalgoorlie Cup for 2020. Iron Jack, led by Michael Galpin and all his team, just do a fantastic job for the racing industry throughout Australia and the sporting industry. Today, have a look at all their signage, what they do. They've been a partner of the KBRC for a number of years, a long year with COVID. But, you know, we've come through in the end. They've helped us out immensely. Very, very easy people to work with, and a great bunch of guys. Thanks very much to Michael and Josh and all the team. Also Vaughan Sigley, the battling trainer. No, he's not. He's a master trainer. He's a master trainer of this very, very good stayer, Missile Launch. And his jockey, Pat Carberry. Pat Carberry, a good mate of mine, said only jockey can ride this horse is Pat Carberry, and he certainly showed everyone how to ride it today. I'd also like to mention welcome to the Minister of Tourism and Racing and Wagering, Mr. Paul Papalia, and the Honourable Kyle McGlynn from our local electorate. Thank you for coming along today, guys. We really appreciate your presence. Without further ado, I'd like to get Vaughan Sigley to come through, say a couple of words, and then we'll get you on later, mate. Yeah, we've done. I'm getting the trainer up first. Hello, Lenny. Well done, love. Good on you.
Yeah, how is everyone? Hope you're having as good a day as what we are. So, yeah, no, that was great. Look, just got to thank all the owners in this guy. They've been pretty lucky with him and fortunate at the same time with him. He's had a few problems along the way, and he's gotten through them. And yeah, very, very nice to win this race today. We're very privileged to win such a time-honoured race. Pat Paddy, marvellous ride, mate. He knows the horse back to front, inside out, and don't have to say anything to him. And he just steered him around there and knows him, like I said, back to front. So thanks, Paddy. But, yeah, so basically, thank you to the Kalgoorlie Race Club. It's obviously a great day here today, and we're privileged, like I said, to be a part of it. Thank you.
Michael. Sorry, mate, I should have got you on earlier, mate.
That's all right.
Yeah.
No problem. Thank you, Vaughan. And can I say, it's great to see a big turnout and the buzz around the track that we've seen for the running of this year's Iron Jack Kalgoorlie Cup for 2020. A big congratulations must go to the new CEO, Steve Young, Chairman John Ralph, and the entire KBRC team for making today possible in as challenging a year as ever. Lion are proud long-term partners of the Kalgoorlie Boulder Race Club, and we do so proudly with our beer Iron Jack. Iron Jack lagers are inspired by the tales of legendary Australians, and having a bit of a walk around, I've seen a few of those today. And it's brewed with our rugged climate in mind. Best to be enjoyed over a good yarn. But more importantly, I'd like to congratulate Missile Launch as the winner of the Iron Jack Kalgoorlie Cup for 2020. And without further ado, I'd like to welcome one of the owners, and there's plenty of them up here. So I'll let them decide who's coming up, but let's hear from one of them now. Congratulations.
Thank you. Hi, my name's Murray. Look, just like to say that this is one for the little guys. Like we're a little group. We don't have a lot of money. We got involved with Vaughan in the early days. We got this horse and we've had a lot of fun with it. And I encourage everybody who's interested in taking on this to do it, because it's really worth it. You don't always win this sort of stuff, but there's things along the way that you get so much enjoyment out of. To all the owners, there's a couple not here, Dave, who's crook in Perth, and Kim, who couldn't make the trip. Everybody else thought we've had a great time. I couldn't thank Vaughan enough. He's really good with this horse. He said that we don't need to work him too hard. He needs a little bit of beach work at work. We won the Tattles's Cup doing that. We won this cup doing that. To Paddy, he's a master. He knows the horse better than all of us. He puts his heart and soul into it. He's there every time. He's riding at track work. Really, just encourage everybody to get involved in horse racing, get involved in ownership, and enjoy the ride because it's so good. And come on, West Coast!
Fantastic. We've already heard from the trainer. So now, the man of the moment, let's have a chat with Patrick Carberry, the jockey.
Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I'd like to thank Michael and Lion Group for sponsoring the race today. I'd also like to thank Vaughan and his partner, Emily, for doing such a wonderful job with this horse. I haven't ridden him in any work for quite some time, and credit to them to get him to peak on the day. I'd like to thank the owners for giving me the opportunity to ride this horse. We've had a lot of luck together and a lot of fun together, and yeah, let's hope we can continue that. I'd also like to thank all the KBRC, the course curator, all the barrier attendants, the starter, all the people that behind the scenes that make it all possible and make us all have an enjoyable day. Cheers.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. One more race to go to finish the day. Mate, I hope you're back a winner. Enjoy the day, stay safe. Thank you very much. Hey guys, quick photo. Get in there, Michael. Yeah, it's getting cold now, isn't it? Sorry? What? Oh yeah. We haven't got a gate here. Oh, okay. Not here. All right, yeah, right. Do you want to go in the track and the winning place? Watch your step, guys. I won't lead you. Yeah, then everyone gets in on it, you know. You all right, Lynn? Ronnie, yeah.
Yeah, no, we're good, we're good.
You all right? All right?
Yep.